Yeah, I've got to come with a better way to sing it.
We tried to make it interesting.
Well, yeah, it needs to be hooks now too.
Yeah.
We're coming right toward you with a fast.
So when you say we, Carla, you mean?
It happened with me, and that was nothing compared to this.
It won't be like that, I promise.
Of course it'll be like that. You have no idea what it's like standing there smiling like an idiot, hoping someone that makes eye contact with you. It's tomorrow.
I always make a point of introducing you.
That's what we're trying to say. If everyone were to take one thing away from this, I want it to be, she can't be with him. She can't, because she's drowning.
Firefighters kept this massive fire from turning a Seattle theater into a
Investigators still don't know exactly what it was that caused it.
The fire rips through the Green Bean Coffee House, 3 restaurants, and the Taproot Theater.
It was overwhelming to see the amount of damage that had happened in such a short amount of time.
Taproot Theater reopened tonight with an unforgettable opening act.
Some thought this building was going to be a loss, but here it is. The lights are on. The marquee is lit up. In fact, the play on opening night just let out.
Taproot is a good place. It is a good place for friends to meet. It's a good place to be with my wife. It's good for the community.
And Taproot's good for our kids. It's a fun place for us to come, for them to learn, and for us to be a part then of their education and their joy in performing in theater.
I've been involved in Taproot for about 4 years, consistently now, and I just love it.
And I started doing their camps. I did a summer camp about 2 years ago and thought it was just a great experience, lots of fun, getting to know the kids.
I kind of grew up role-wise through Taproot. I started with a smaller role, and then last summer it was really fun. I got to be the lead in The King and I.
What attracted us here is the quality of the plays, I think the message that Taproot is trying to communicate to the community.
The plays are full of truth. They're full of hope. They often have a redemptive message to them, so they're not just funny or despairing. When we go away, it gives us something to talk about. We like that kind of interaction. You've shared an artistic expression of faith, of hope, of redemption, of truth.
And we support Taproot financially for that very reason. And it's an absolute blast.
People should know that the Taproot Theater is a great place to start acting. Also, I want to add to that Taproot Theater is awesome. And mostly I'm her bodyguard. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
That's what I love about Taproot. They come out to the school and they have this special assembly on anti-bullying.
The kids, if the kids are not involved or like any part of it, then it's gonna be just us. But since the kids love it, we found something that we can do together as a family.
I actually do want to be an actress when I grow up.
In an acting camp, the kids, it's more like a family-oriented. You bond. He developed some friendships with the other students, and Friday evening we were having dinner and Richmond started to cry. And we were asking him, why are you crying? He goes, I am going to miss acting camp.
I just like to learn as much as I can process.
There you go.
My favorite part would be stage combat because it was really funny seeing people pretend to be knocked down or faint.
I thought they were just going to go to the Taproot, learn a little bit about how to act, and that would be it. It was so impressive on Friday to see them go from you know, scripts of lines, and actually acted out in what they learned.
Basketball, when the shortest member of the team came and found a new, tragic advantage.
I have been acting with Taproot. Well, I started in the acting studio at the age of 14. My mom signed me up for classes, I think, because she was really looking for a way that we could connect. She knew that I had some interest in theater and thought that it would be good to encourage me in that, in this Taproot space. Was my first professional theater experience. At that point in time, I was working on staff at Taproot in the box office part-time, and I got to share the stage with my brother. In the middle of that, my brother wound up going into drug rehab, and so he had to drop out of the play. He required a lot of the attention from my parents, and so it was nice to have something of my own to focus on, and a really wonderful support group. You know, they treated me like a professional, but I also felt like I was a part of something much more intimate, you know, like they were family.
We're at the opening night of Taproot Theater's Brooklyn Boy, production of Brooklyn Boy. You know, opening, you're never quite sure what you're going to get. We've done a couple of previews, and so but the audience is very excited to be there. They know they're seeing kind of a fresh start, and so the energy's pretty high.
Opening night audiences for shows at Taproot are pretty spectacular.
There's a sense of community here and a lot of good people, and you just kind of sense that. And having the stage right out in front with the seats wrapping around makes it feel like you're almost in the moment with those people.
This is opening night. It's really a treat to have you all here. It's very, very exciting. Before I forget, of course,
We support Taproot financially, again, because we feel like we're supporting a voice into the community that speaks hope and truth.
I just was amazed of everybody at camp. They were generous, kind, and school. You know how kids can be.
They've always been huge champions of me and called me home time and time again to the arts and to theater.
I think the whole subject helped work on their memory and character, and I saw a little bit of someone else in them.
A very high quality, very professional, very special place to come, and it has the personality of a community theater, but the level of the shows are professional.
And I think the one thing that's probably common to a lot of what Taproot's looking for is an honest kind of hope. A hope that really acknowledges honestly the difficulties, that life really is tough and things don't always go well, but there is a perspective that changes the way you move through that difficulty. And I think they're always looking for some thread of that.